In this episode, Elon Musk's infatuation with supercomputers drives Grok ahead. The Tesla bot falls. The cybercab of engineering is disclosed, and the cybertruck becomes furious. Will Musk quit making supercomputers? Seems unlikely. Elon responds to claims that xAI may expand their Memphis Colossus data center to 1 million NVIDIA GPUs. At least 1 billion GPUs. He continues his latest obsession, the Kardashev scale, by completing a tiny Type 1 civilization at 1%. If you haven't gone down that rabbit hole, a Type 1 civilization can use all of their planet's energy. Elon claims that Colossus will eventually absorb 1% of the Earth's energy, including solar and core energy. In another conversation with Sundar Pichai, Elon says every self-respecting civilization should achieve Kardashev Type 2. I think we're under 5% Type 1. Installation of solar panels in all desert or severely arid places would yield 30%. As Tesla space researchers, we checked and found that Elon had cited Kardashev 13 times since February 18th, not before. However, back to our tiny civilization. xAI has created an interesting new example of what it has been doing with all that energy. Grok had another major improvement this year. xAI's new image model improves Grok AI's image generation. According to a new blog post, Grok's picture generation has improved using a new model called Aurora. Autoaggressive expert networks estimate the next token from interleaved text and image data in Aurora. We trained the algorithm on billions of internet examples to deepen its worldview.
Now, Grok 2, which finished training, 6 weeks ago or thereabouts, Grok 2 will be a giant improvement, and then Grok 3 will be, order of magnitude better than Grok 2.
As a result, it excels at photorealistic rendering and precisely following text instructions. Beyond text, the model also has native support for multimodal input, allowing it to take inspiration from or directly edit user-provided images. Most importantly, it can now accurately draw the Cybertruck, Tesla Semi, cybercab, and Optimus. Grok's new Aurora model seems to be specifically tuned towards photorealistic output. Any previous images generated with Grok were handled by a third-party model called Flux that was created by Black Forest Labs and integrated into the Grok chatbot. So from now on, Grok is using its own models for both text and image created by xAI using their training infrastructure at Colossus. And not only can it generate images, but understand them too. Elon confirms that you can upload anything from a phone picture of your blood test results to an MRI or X-ray, and Grok will analyze it for you. His response comes as a longtime tech industry blogger and AI heavyweight Robert Scoble discovered Grok can analyze the image of a surgical incision and provide insights on whether the wound is healing well. Grok is now also free in most regions for 10 questions every 2 hours and 3 images per day. Full access is still reserved for X Premium subscribers. Tesla is all about pushing boundaries with cutting-edge technology, and it's got me thinking about how we can bring that same level of innovation into our daily lives. Tesla has released a new video of Optimus roaming free on the hillsides of Silicon Valley. What could he be looking for? Going up and down these steep hills is seriously impressive, but we can't get enough of what happens in the end. Optimus slips in the loose dirt of the garden and somehow stays up. The vice president of Optimus AG Tesla, Milan Kovac, added some context to this clip writing. These runs are on mulched ground, where I've myself slipped before. What's really crazy here is that for these, Optimus is actually blind, keeping its balance without video, yet only other onboard sensors are controlled by a neural net running in around 2 to 3 milliseconds on its embedded computer. More exciting work happening on adding vision so it can better plan ahead, making the gate look more natural on such rough terrain, making it more responsive to velocity and direction commands, learning how to fall to minimize damage when unavoidable, and stand back up. Milan here and other leaders of the Optimus AI team are calling for people excited about such progress to join the team. Here's Julian Ibers, Senior Manager Optimus AI at Tesla, confirming to us in his recruiting pitch that our goal is to make thousands of robots doing useful things before the end of 2025.
Humanoid robots, the utility is much greater, so my guess is humanoid robots are more like at a billion plus per year.
Just recently, Elon also dropped a note on Optimus price and volume expectations. Optimus is a very sophisticated robot. It will be immensely difficult to get the $20,000. Not easy at all, but it will eventually happen. Production volume needs to be above $1 million per year for that. price will be driven by demand, but eventually even price will get to around $20,000. Tesla has been displaying the cybercab in showrooms across the United States, as we just reported from London. Tesla even transported one to Europe. Several members of the Tesla engineering team attended a recent presentation at one of the showrooms to provide further details about the cybercab. At the occasion, Eric E., the main engineer for Tesla's cybercab, and incidentally the only Tesla employee to yet to have managed to conceal his family name, presented a 5-minute presentation about the cybercab. Here is what caught our attention.
We expect to be in production with the cybercab, which is really highly optimized for autonomous transport in probably, well, I tend to be a little optimistic with timeframes.
Since 82% of ride-hailing miles are now driven with 2 or fewer passengers, Eric confirmed that the cybercab only has 2 seats. This time, it appears to be a pretty precise figure. The efficiency focus on the cybercab is not only meant to squeeze as many miles out of each car as possible, which it is, but the design also had efficiency in mind. Also for autonomous fleet operations like cleaning the car and performing maintenance. Eric says the car has very few pockets of space, so it demands less from cleaning crews. Tires are one of the few but very important maintenance requirements the cybercab will have. Eric said the team is aiming for at least a 60,000-mile replacement requirement. Regarding the butterfly doors, Eric says it allows for better ingress and egress. If you're unfamiliar with the term in a vehicle sense, know that the automakers test extensively the ingress and egress by simulating occupants' movements while they enter and exit a vehicle. Here's a little detail we did not think of specifically before. Thanks to this door design, they could move the B-pillar further back, which makes getting in and out of the car easier. Regarding the trunk size, Eric says it is able to fit up to 2 full-size carry-ons and 2 full-size check bags all at once. Wheelchairs that fold up will also fit. As anticipated, the screen is 21 inches, and the resolution is same to that of the current Model 3 and Model Y. Since we already know that Tesla intends to make the cybercab as inexpensive as possible, Eric revealed that the vehicle will have about half as many parts as the Model 3 and 60% fewer body pieces than the Model Y. In addition, an engineer informed Ali that, excluding optimists, half as many people are needed to construct the cybercab as were needed to develop the Model Y. This is accomplished through the unboxing process, boosting automation, and having the number of parts. We haven't been able to confirm the information provided by the Tesla owner who is shooting this, but we also have no reason to dispute it because it comes from his conversations with engineers. For instance, the cybercab does have steer-by-wire, but the body material has not yet been decided. The brakes are made for the unboxing process, although they still utilize hydraulic fluid. The robotaxi's height from the ground to its seats is also shown here. Here is the answer to a question we knew one of our email subscribers was curious about. Ali adds that it is actually rather simple to enter and exit, and that it is higher than it appears. You have surmised the reason why the cybercab lacks the Tesla branding, and Elon now confirmed it. There is no need for a logo if the product is unique enough. Can it be tolerated, or is it intolerable? Introducing the cybertruck, created by artist Wiz and Metro Raps. This piece was displayed with a fake fur covering during Art Basel in Miami. Although I have seen a few unique cybertrucks before, this one is the most bizarre.